For the people watching us on the live stream, we're Dicejunkies. Obviously, you know that because you're on our live stream. But
they could be bored.
They could do. They could just hit random on Twitch or something. I don't know.
And then over here we have.
Yeah. So we.
Me. I'm Suzanne. Oh, is this working?
It's on. Yeah.
Okay. I'm Suzanne from Suzanne's Cosplay.
Yeah. It doesn't do anything for the room. It just does stuff from.
Well, the room is totally full, guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, there's thousands of people. The huge audience.
Yeah, man. But we're gonna have to send some people back to Jason David Frank, man. He's over there wondering where everybody went. They just ran to our panel. It's alright though, man. I'm cool with them. We've had a sandwich. Well, he had a sandwich and I watched.
As always, with us recording at cons, for the people watching the live stream, it may be up or down. They don't provide us with good internet stability at cons in the basement of a hotel. So this is going through my phone, through the hotel walls and all that good stuff. But it will be up on YouTube later on and on podcasts. So you can check it out there. I'm trying not
to make fun of it because all I'm hearing is like.
Where my life's so hard.
Well, internet's bad. Well, I'm like, hey, man up.
So it's a rough life sitting in front of people talking.
I mean, we got the roll with Frylock. We can't get your man card back.
That's true. Yeah,
there's lots of stories you guys can't tell though.
We can tell some of it.
I was given hot fries by Frylock.
Yeah.
He gave me French fries. That is the only part of that story I think is tellable. That's like the pinnacle.
You can die now, man.
Oh no, I told you I had fries at Frylock, man. I'm done. I don't need any more French fries.
Check me out.
French fries.
Mm-hmm. So how did you like the con, Suzanne?
It's been good. Everyone said that it was a lot busier this year than it was last year, like twice as busy. It's my first time here, so I've had a blast. It's
this is actually our first time.
Than I thought it would be.
Yeah, this is our first time here at the Arkansas Comic Con. So we didn't make it last year, so it has been fun. I don't think I've ever been to Little Rock, so
I haven't either. Yeah, first time.
I was surprised that they have a cool downtown scene and stuff. So really good. But yeah, no, I mean the con's been fun. We've been in the panel room. People have been just coming in and out of here. Especially Saturday, we had some great guests come by, like Frylock, Carey.
Oh yeah, and honestly, I got to send a special shout out to we got to see the most hilarious thing ever with Matt Haley.
Oh yeah,
Black Star Warrior.
Oh yeah, if you have not seen Matt Haley's an artist. He also has done a Oh, he's
nice.
done a show recently that's online. That's called Black Star.
If you remember stuff like Dolomite and Shaft, imagine that in space.
Yeah.
It's like it's like if not Han Solo, but
You've never seen a Star Wars.
Lando
Calrissian. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but Lando Calrissian was instead Shaft. Can you dig it?
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing ever, and I'm sitting there watching this and going everyone.
Well, it actually started from a Lando one shot that they decided to go elsewhere with, so that they pulled the same actors and everything that they were doing the Lando one shot with, and went and did this, and it was hilarious.
That sounds pretty good.
And then we had the fun of watching him get stopped at the door because it was bad this morning.
I'm up here walking up and I see Matt Haley at the door, and they're like, "There, you need a badge to go in." I'm like, "Hey, he's one of the guests." And they're like, "He still needs a badge." And I'm like, "Oh, hold on a minute. Don't get this. She was doing her job, though.
No. She was doing her job. She did a good
They
job.
stopped me, too. I mean, but I look like a weirdo, so.
They dared to stop you?
Yeah, they stopped me. Like, ma'am, you need to go through security. Like, okay.
Did you call the Dolphins?
No,
on
someone
them?
came and got me. And they were like,
what Dolphins?
Take my hand, sweetie.
You're not doing Merida from Brave?
Oh.
I mean, it's very close, though. Merida.
Barbara Gordon?
I should do a crossover.
I'm trying to get it. I don't remember a redhead on Black Panther. So who are you?
A redhead. Poison Ivy with a stick.
Okay.
I actually like that. All right. Darn it, that's better than all of mine. She's like, Poison Ivy. Actually, we got to see an awesome Poison Ivy yesterday, like the cosplay contest.
Oh, yeah. There were a lot of good cosplayers yesterday. The line just to sign up for the cosplay contest was like, someone said it was like an hour long. I don't know if that's right, but it was crazy. It was insane.
You were there.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't in line. I just saw the line. But it looks crazy. It was really
that was awesome. I mean, I was just sitting there. I'm so loud, they probably could pick me up.
Yeah.
I've been told that I'm a loud person. What do y'all think?
Also,
Everybody in the back row?
this lapel mic has pretty high gain. We're probably killing people's ears, but I don't mind.
dropping out of the feed immediately.
So
we're gonna get told off again. That's the.
Yeah.
We had our greatest pride. We finally had someone come on.
Yeah, we had a troll our last show. Like we were just like, yes, we have been trolled finally.
Do some profanity.
And then we upgraded some people to moderators in our Twitch channel because it's like, all right, time to start upgrading to moderator. He's like, you've been here long enough. You're a moderator. Sort of like Oprah. You're a moderator. You're a moderator. Everybody's a moderator.
Take care of them so we don't have to.
And the bad part is that they left, and I wanted them to stay because I'm that guy that you're like, I hate everything you say, and I was like, let's discuss this. Tell me what I do that upsets you, so I can do more. No, I'm the troll. That's the fool. That's what they didn't realize. Like, I'm the troll. I'm like, oh, what part didn't you like? Oh, you don't like what I said about, like, what were we talking about?
At the time, we were just talking about Blade.
Yeah,
man.
we thought they were mad about the battlefield part.
Yeah.
Everybody's had their, everybody's had their whatever particular type of undergarment you prefer in a bunch. Look, got PC'd that? I tried.
You're doing so good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Whatever you happen to wear in a bunch over Battlefield, and we're just kind of like, eh?
Yeah.
But no, apparently, like, she told us off during the Blade piece. I was like, what do you got against Blade?
Yeah.
Pretty safe.
Who knew Wesley Snipes was a fire point? Like, Wesley Snipes.
Because we were just like, Wesley Snipes apparently talking to Disney, and it's like, and we're like, oh, wow, that's it's like feed.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
Explain your logo. I see this all the time.
You see the logo all the time?
Well, with you guys, yeah, but.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very prominent.
It's no. It's a Dicejunkies. I mean, we talk a lot about tabletop gaming, stuff like that. Conventions. We're big RPG nerds, so that's where the dice come from. I'm a big fan of skulls. I've got like about.
Because you're hard AF.
Yeah, I'm hard AF. I got about 15, I think, skulls tattooed on my body in various areas. So
right.
I was just like, fuck it. I like skulls. I'm gonna make a logo with skulls.
All right.
I love Susan's flip. She's like, you're using the F-bomb. I gotta go. This is Super Cosplay. I'm out. This was a Marinade.
Don't associate this with me. No.
You just thinking about like, so, by the way, I was Pixel Vic.
It looks like.
Oh, yeah. Pixel Vic's out.
Oh man, no, you guys look like you're in a biker gang though, so I just had to like get to the bottom of that real quick.
Well, so there's a story that I'm in a biker gang. Now my niece, I have a little. She's like 13, 14 now, but when she was around 12, she was doing a little concert for her school, and it was like Dr. Seuss Jr. or something. I don't know. But she was like, Uncle Mark, you gotta come to my concert. So I'm like, all right, I'll come. And so I show up to the concert, and her grandmother's there. So I go down to the row with her grandmother. I sit down, and I look around, and everybody has cleared out around me. It is me and this really old lady there, and everybody like just not avoiding eye contact. Nobody sit on the row. Like there's people standing up against the wall, but no one would sit on that row. And I'm just like, what the heck? Do I smell? Did I not? And but I was like, whatever, I'm just like, chilling, just stretching out because I got space, I'm like, yeah, you standing? So anyway, I get a call after the event from my niece's mother, and she's like, so I was talking to some of the other parents, and apparently Celeste has convinced everybody that you are a ex-con and the leader of a biker gang,
oh my God.
and everybody's afraid of you. And I was like, that explains it, okay, you know, because like I'm walking through and I keep hearing people go, that's the guy, that's him, and I'm just like, what the?
You're forgetting the big part of how you arrived.
Well, I mean, I ride a motorcycle.
He arrived on a Harley.
Show up on my.
Because he happened to be on it, so he didn't have time.
Yeah,
so they hear the Harley, and then in comes this.
Because I was coming directly from work, and I drive my bike to work a lot of times. It's gas efficient, it's fuel efficient.
Sure.
Yeah. So I just drove straight from work to the event, and yeah, it was fun though. I've kept the story alive. Like I keep whenever I see somebody, I just sort of give them a little bit of the evil eye, you know. And
well, if you notice, he did not say I'm not an ex-con and I don't lead a biker. He simply said that all the parents also believe this now. I'm not snitching on him. I'm just saying. You notice? No denial. He has the bike. He has the leathers.
But
you also look like somebody who played on Sons of Anarchy too. So.
Yeah, but that's a whole nother story. So I went to Dragon Con, and this was right after my divorce, and I'd gotten a good bonus from work, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go have fun. I'm going to go to Dragon Con, and I'd never been before. And I don't really do the whole cosplay thing. You know, I have mad respect for the people that do the cosplay thing. But so I go to Dragon Con, and I'm going into these gas stations every once in a while. I buy a drink, you know. Got to keep hydrated at cons.
Just buy a 40.
Yeah.
Mad dog.
And every time I go into a gas station or a little convenience store, they look at me and they go, Sons of Anarchy, huh? I was like, excuse me? And they're like, it's your cosplay, Sons of Anarchy. It's like, nah, man, this is just what I wear. And they're like, yeah, Sons of Anarchy. And so after a while, I was just like, yeah, I got the best fucking Sons of Anarchy cosplay ever, man. I got to look down.
Yeah, be a real biker. That's the same. Like, what's your secret to your cosplay? I ride a Harley. I have tattoos. I may or may not should be in jail.
We got a question in the audience?
I have a question. Did you guys have fun with Carey at Peaches last night?
No, we did not. We went to this place called Peaches that is an establishment that we did not have any fun because there was absolutely one person there, and that was the bartender.
I'm going to correct him. I don't like the way he said that. The young lady, the lady that was there was awesome. The bartender was awesome. The problem is, that was it.
Yeah.
There was a lot.
I won't say we didn't have.
There was one bun and all hot dogs. Like, there's one bun. It was.
I will not say we did not have a fun time, though. I mean, we did have a fun time. It's just where we were at did not contribute to the fun that we had.
I managed to get D. Sir Frylock to look at me and go, what the hell did you just say? And when you could do that to a guy that was on that show where he's just like, this motherfucker's crazy, man. He'll say anything. I was like, my life is complete. Then I got fries from him later, so win.
Yeah. Huh? Paris? There. Okay.
Ooh.
I don't know. There should be a volunteer over there taking care of the...
We have a special guest, Allison. Come on the camera.
We are. Come over here.
Had a good time this weekend.
Come here. Come on all the way. We're doing a live stream here. We're on Twitch. This is Allison. She is a wonderful woman. She's the one that makes these events happen. Like without her, these people, like all these guests, would be mad and angry, and they would, and we wouldn't bring them back. Because we wouldn't have to. Like the only reason we brought Carey back in one piece is because she told us she'd hurt us if we didn't.
Con mom.
Like eventually, Frylock was gonna literally be in the hood.
Yeah.
Come on, he can make it back. Let's see if he can do it. Just be like, bam, he got this. He got this. Next brief. Carey means still not been seen. Problem is, we did that. Allison would have had us disappear. They'd be like, we haven't found Zeno or Q. Like Dicejunkies has disappeared also.
Just something else to add to y'all's repertoire.
Yeah.
Our ability to not kill people who go party with us.
I mean, you gotta have fun though. You gotta have fun.
We're gonna send a shout out to where we did end up. I mean,
what was it? What was it? Visions Cabaret.
Well, Burger King and then Visions.
Burger King, yeah.
Well, of course, Brewski's was awesome, but I mean, nobody took off the clothes.
Yeah, Brewski's was fun.
Early.
The owners and people are very wonderful people. If you're ever in Arkansas downtown, go to Brewski's. Great place.
I love the VIP area, man. Y'all can tell you if you got an event too, they got it downstairs.
Yeah, they got some fun games and stuff. So
awesome. I mean,
sports, all good.
Came out and she doesn't come out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lie. Everybody knows that's a
Where you
lie.
gonna be on the after party? Where were you at?
Drunk somewhere, I'm sure.
Well, you need to be drunk at the. So what she's saying is, she's saying, this is that I didn't get drunk. I just get drunk at your place.
There you go.
But she was at Brewski's.
It was fun, man.
Oh yeah.
We had a good time.
You got to see me do some not the worst dancing in the building, but not second worst.
Also, if you missed it, go check out Pixel Vic's cosplay and wish her a happy birthday. Her birthday was yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. She had a birthday cake.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome.
So.
And let's see. I mean, there was a lot of good cosplayers. We saw Ahane, it was Pixel Vic's. I heard there was this Suzanne lady. Here she's pretty good.
Yeah, she's a bee.
Oh.
How dare you talk about
She's
her like that?
throwing out some bad words. She's the cosplayers. You don't know her like that.
I know her. I wish I didn't.
Yeah, I'll put you on the spot. I heard they're going to have a new section on the Patreon for $39.99.
Yeah, we're not going to go into that. That is a rumor.
Only the most devoted fans.
Yeah.
I just want to see that tier pop up. $40 tier. What's it here?
I'm gonna get DMs tonight. Like, hey, I heard about your Patreon. Like, hold on.
It's not what you think.
Thank you so much, guys. I probably should get back to my booth now.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, it was great
That's
to have
fine.
you on. And
thank you guys.
Thank you.
Always have a blast with y'all. Oh my God, don't
Yep.
forget.
That was a gift.
You want to get up and let her out? Or?
Next month.
Oh, in Louisiana? Yes, for sure.
Oh, all right.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Especially because it's October, so it's like right before Halloween.
Yeah.
Hyped.
Oh, are you gonna do horror?
No, I'm gonna do. I'm doing Morgan from Darkstalkers with the big bat wings.
Oh, I haven't seen Darkstalkers in a while. That's cool.
Yeah, so should be good.
He does not know what we're talking about.
No, it's fine.
No, I don't know.
That time I
You
went
two
to the
don't.
spot. I know
Yeah.
you don't.
He
know
blacked
Darkstalkers.
out, man.
Yeah, I blacked out.
Darkstalkers is like niche, Well, people tend to know the characters. But
Yeah.
I played it. I played Darkstalkers.
It was hard.
But yeah, we'll be at the Lafayette Con. That one is going to be good.
That'll be good.
We're also going to be at the Independent Gaming Developers Expo in West Monroe, Louisiana.
We were invited out by.
Okay, cool. We'll see some of you guys there.
All right.
I'm looking forward to coming back to some good
you
stuff.
gotta let her out, man.
I gotta let. Okay, I'll be back, everybody.
Gatekeeper. Bye. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, thanks for swinging by. Here, yeah, you can.
Should I just unplug this as I go?
I don't need to sit next to you. They can
Oh
see me.
no.
I can't trust you. I need like some room, some distance for safety. They got the extreme close up.
Yeah. All right.
I also would have accepted roadie for Leonard Skinner as your other job.
Okay. Yeah. Leonard Skinner. Yeah, I used to listen to Leonard Skinner back in the day, a little bit. I was more of a punk kid myself. I used to do a lot of punk music and metal, and there's a wide range. Oh man, I was a big Rancid fan, so used to rock out to some Rancid.
I'm the weirdest combination for that because I was that nerd. I mean, I started with the original D&D. Like, I was there with Guy Gax, man, Palladium. But yet, if you were asking what music I was listening to, I was listening to, like, Two Live Crew. Like the worst, most terrible. So that's why, we like to say, don't pigeonhole geeks and nerds. Because, in reality, we like our stuff, but, you don't know what we're into, man.
See, we were punk in the streets and Dungeons and Dragons and Mom's basement.
But we weren't in the basement. I don't know
no, we didn't actually have basements.
I had my own room with its own table, sir. We've told you grew up poor. I was privileged.
Mississippi and Louisiana, the two places I grew up, they don't really work well for basements. One for clay, one for everything sinking. I mean, yeah, you're already below sea level. You don't want to go any deeper.
Getting up a real dungeon crawl, you're like, what was that sound? Oh.
So.
Just activated.
But as y'all could hear, I don't know if y'all can catch them, but we do have some audience members out here that have been at the con. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the mic to them. If they got some questions, get them a chance to holler at us, because we love to talk to the locals.
Yeah. I mean, you got any questions about Dicejunkies, what we do, man? I mean, the easiest way to figure out what we do is to go check us out on YouTube. But
look at them do the drop like, well, actually, if you go to Twitter.
Yeah, I know, right?
We're going to start over here. Oh, unless you want to come up. Like, you want to get on camera? You want to sit at the table?
Sure.
Hey, we just
let's get at the
we're gonna start
table,
putting
man.
people in the chair.
Miss Brewskis herself, you know.
I mean, we won't be able to get all of you up here. I know there's so many of you in the room, but we're going to try to get at least about 5 of you up here. That number is just about all we can handle.
No kitten ears today, though.
I know. I went with my Mass Effect hat today.
Well, that's rocking, though.
Thanks.
It's nice.
So I have I'm sorry?
Favorite Mass Effect?
Okay. I'm going to get a lot of slack for this one. I loved the third one, except, can I cuss on this?
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Except the ending was shit. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody will agree with me. And then they tried to patch what they had done by offering this, DLC, which was just...
okay.
It was just
You're
sad.
talking to the role player.
It was sad. It was like, what is this? Like, you're putting a Band-Aid over a chainsaw wound. I
wanted Fallout 3. Fallout 3, the decisions you made at the ending, it actually went through and said what happened.
Yeah, it's
like each group.
It's like, why did I keep my character and walk on eggshells? Huh?
Did you do all 3?
I'm sorry?
Did you do all 3? You went
Me too. I saved my
3.
character. I went through each game, walked on eggshells, and I made these, important decisions, and
Paragon.
Yeah, I have to admit, I went through 1, loved it. Went through 2, loved it. Started 3, got about 2 hours into it, said I'm done.
Well, okay, so I felt like I did all of that work, and I was so, I guess, sensitive to everything that I'd done, and it's it didn't even matter in the end. It was just here's your crap ending.
What about the one that got the most crap, Andromeda? Did you?
Honestly, I didn't even play it. I heard that it was kind of little kids.
I actually loved Andromeda. I thought it was really good.
Yeah,
I thought it got too much drama and crap around it. I did not think it was nearly as bad as people made it out to be.
Really? See, maybe I should give it a chance.
Yeah, you should. You should.
Now it's not going anywhere.
Well, it is dead now because the people poo-pooed on it so much. But yeah, no, give it a chance. Give it a chance. It's fun.
Okay, all right.
You never got this up. You didn't see what I did. It's awesome. I can mock him all I want when he's looking away.
Yeah.
So I had the pleasure.
Let me pull
of
the camera back up. So.
Last night.
Just talk over him.
Okay.
Yeah. Talk over me. That's fine.
I do it all the time.
So I had the pleasure of meeting these 2 awesome guys last night.
Yeah.
They were a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, we had a blast. You actually hung out with us and Fry for a bit at Brewski's.
Got a little rowdy with Fry.
Yeah. He's a trip though.
Did he take his bag with him? Did he get some ones?
Yes.
Yeah. No, he kept waving it like a flag.
Nice.
But here's the funny thing. So we had that bag, and then so he'd wave it like a flag, and every place we went, we kept getting more bags. So by the time we got to the club, we had 3-4 bags.
So each of you had
Crown Royal bags. We'll go push up with some knowledge.
Crown
Apparently,
Royal bags.
Crown Royal bags are a stripper purse.
It's a stripper bag. I had to explain this to them last night.
So that's one thing.
I'm not a stripper, nor have I ever been. But
Yeah.
I'm not. Well,
We're really talking about some
can do
geeky stuff here.
You didn't know who was in the Dancing Bear? Oh yeah.
I've never
So
been
video
to a
games.
so video games, yeah.
Well, you never know what'll come up.
Yeah.
I'll just imagine I had to drop that joke of, you think like you talking about being uptight. I was so nerdy that I went through the second game and I was like, I can't date, I'm in love with Liara. So I went to the second game and I had no romance. I'm And then like the third game
you're
when she
loyal,
came
too.
back, I know, and I was like, no. And then when she came back, and she's just like, you've been waiting on me. It's like, of course, I love blue. You know?
Yeah, okay, so like there's one romance option you can choose to where it's like kind of scanty, where you can like try and get Liara and is it Miranda, and like try to get them both.
That does not go well for you.
Yeah, it doesn't work out well. Okay, just so you guys know.
Turns out that maybe you shouldn't be a bastard. Like I like the fact they wrote that in.
Yeah,
I like the people who are like, I'm gonna get Liara, Miranda. It's like, no, you're going to be like they're gonna look at you and go, you're a
I played as FemShep for all 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a love interest for my character until 3, which was Trainer.
Yeah, he said that he was playing his FemShep through all 3 games. He had to wait for the. Yeah, honestly, I mean, look at me, dude. I had to go through the second game, and all these people like, I've got like all these people like, hey, Shep, and I'm like, I just was in a relationship. Show some respect. You knew her. Like some of the people were in the crew with me. I'm like, you know, Liara. I thought y'all were friends.
So basically, you went through like the entire second game of blue balls.
Yes.
Like.
That's all right. Because third game, she told me she liked them blue. Me and Liara, man. I love Liara. And then at the end of the game, it's like, well, what happens? I don't know. It's like freaking God, Joker walks out of his ship, and then there's a flash of light, and I'm just like, what the heck happened? What happened?
Yeah.
You know, like, what happened at the end of the game? And they're like, oh, this is the ending. And I was like, okay, I hate you.
Those are like okay, so I felt like there was a lot of injustice for, I guess, FemShep on the first game as far as love interests go, because like to me you just had like these 2 moody guys that were just like one's like my like bionic,
My chip hurts.
oh, I have headaches, and I'm just like so yeah, I like romance Liara as well. And then, I kind of strayed a little bit on the second game.
See, I'm true. I did not. Like, there was a lot of, like, I had Jack in my face, and I had the tech, and I was like, no. Liara will come back. I had to believe in it. They made me wait a whole game. No, actually, DLC. I had to get the Shadow Broker DLC, and then third game officially.
So, I strayed a little bit. Went after Garrus, and then...
You know you need an ointment for that. Like that's how bad I remember the game.
Yeah.
Is it like Will calls chafing? Like that's not enticing. Like my God, you should probably not tell me that.
And then all that amazing writing, and then in the third game they're like, what should we do? Let's do a flash of light, and then the most confusing ass ending you've ever seen. No. Like some Doctor Who crap. They just walk out the ship and look at the sky, and you're like. And I was like, that's no. This is a video game, okay?
Yeah, just crapped on the ending.
And then Andromeda comes back and they go, because honestly, I believe you're right. Honestly, Andromeda I think had a lot of potential, but here's the problem. It had nothing to do with Mass Effect that I could see.
Yeah. Okay.
It felt like it could have almost been a whole different game, and I felt it would have done better.
I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, it was definitely held in the Mass Effect world. I mean, the thing is, it didn't have anything to do with Shepard, and I think that's where a lot of people were upset. Because, everybody had grown to love Shepard. And so you're introducing this new character in the Mass Effect world. But, I mean, it wasn't called Mass Effect 4, it was called Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah, it's like a different sub-story.
Yeah, so, I mean...
Yeah, sorry.
No, double him in, he needs it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. I want to tell you if this sounds familiar, though. Like, hey, here's the space game. You play a special person that's chosen as the human leader of this group. Shh, don't you say nothing. and you're going to a new area, and you find ancient technology from precursors that came before you. But there are these bad guys who worship that ancient technology that are like, no, we believe in this ancient technology, we're going to stop you. Yeah, this is fucking Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. I looked at it and said, I mean, they should have just went ahead.
Well, no, I'll definitely say the story was not original, but I think it was still a fun game.
It was a reboot attempt.
Do you feel like it just revisited kind of all the same issues that were stretched out through 1 through 3, in a crammed game?
I felt it was going to because he played it and they were finding the ancient tech, and for some reason it was working with the humans. I really felt like the next game it was going to be like, oh, we found out these ancient precursors were evil. I just felt that was coming, like it was going to be another almost Reaper-like story. But I can't say whether it would be or not, because I do agree that it's kind of sad that they just went, we're going to make this a trilogy, and then they said, no, we're not. So that means everyone that bought Andromeda bought 1/3 of a story. Because it was written as a trilogy, it does not feel like a complete game.
So.
I think it would be really interesting if instead of trying to like draw out, you know, I guess a longer story with the Reapers, because we've already seen that so much. Like if they would try and visit maybe some warfare between the humans and another race that, you know, were civil at one point.
Xenomorphs.
First contact war.
I've long said that I believe they should cross over into aliens and predators. I want to see Krogans versus Yuatja. We met the guy that was a big into that. He told me to say it, I forgot. But Predators versus Krogans sounds like they both would be the
no, Predators,
killing each other constantly.
Yeah, Predators
Like
versus
barbaric.
Krogans would be great. That would be good.
Dude, they'd be the best of friends. Be like, hey man, all right, tomorrow I'm gonna kill you, and they just go out like hey.
Fighting over like mating rights and stuff like
And
that.
then they come back and it's like, man, I'm so sad. What happened? Bill's dead. What happened? Oh, I killed him yesterday. Man.
Yeah. He lost. He lost bad.
I'm gonna train this kid, man, and we're going at it. Like, I'm his godfather.
What were okay? So Garrus what was his race called? I forget.
Tyrion.
The Turians.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, so remember there was like some animosity that was still kind of brewing between the humans and the Turians at one point, just because they had you know, some not so pleasant history. So I think it would be really cool to like, if they're gonna do an offshoot of the Mass Effect games, like visit something like that. Like go in and like do I don't know, like a prequel where the humans are like just meeting the Turian race and like they're fighting them.
Yeah, well, he was the first contact would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be
First Contact
awesome.
War.
Yeah.
Or even like, and even then, if you wanted to do the other races as a side story, you could have them finding the Ark first. Imagine we found the Ark. You play as aliens and you get on I think it was called the Ark, wasn't it? The big base Citadel. Excuse me, the
Citadel. Yeah.
And them finding the Citadel and finding this technology. Heck, they can even go all the way back to, because they put in a character, if you download DLC, from the race that came before.
Javik.
Yeah,
Javik, and his people sounded interesting. They conquered the galaxy before this happened.
Yeah.
Imagine playing up to that conflict.
But I mean, you can, as far as we just mentioned the Andromeda thing later, the story did continue, but only in book format. So they ended up writing books to finish out the Andromeda story.
Yeah, I bought some of the comic books while I was playing the games, and you know, I guess like they touched a little bit on some of the history, like, but not in depth, obviously, because they're comic books. But I mean, it would be so cool to, you know, really get in and see what the Asari culture is like. Like, it's
I want to be a Krogan. I want to play a story, a Conan like Krogan story, Krogan story.
Yeah, I mean, even their history is like super cool because half of them are sterile, you know, like, and there's like warfare going on in their world because they're dying out, basically, you know.
So you do any other type of gaming other than Mass Effect?
Let's see. I'm a huge Skyrim nerd.
Oh, okay.
Wasted a lot of hours playing that. Gears of War. Big fan.
You're a Gears fan. I don't need that's awesome.
Big fan.
I mean, every time I play it, I don't see a lot of women that like it because it is just like a testosterone. Every dude is like, yeah, it's like, you know.
She's spreading the genre is pretty good too. I mean, she's got sci-fi RPG, fantasy RPG,
action. I grew up with a twin brother, and like I switched with Super Farmer Bros. So they're really awesome. We play together. But yeah, I grew up with Fall Guys. I had no chance.
Oh yeah.
From the beginning. But
I'm gonna have to get an Overwatch, and I know I'm gonna get stomped. I know so much about it, and I want to play Doomfist, but when I looked it up, everybody's like, Doomfist isn't easy to learn, so I'm gonna have to be a punching bag. I've been like trying to get my nerve up to jump in there.
Man, I consider myself decent with video games and stuff. I play a lot. But I'm not doing the online community because I feel like I'm a horrible player every time I get online.
Same.
Dude, they got leagues for Overwatch, man. Yeah. That is way past casual play.
Yeah, I'm not a competitive gamer at all. Like, I'm not competitive at anything. Someone tried to attempt to teach me pull last night, and that was sad. But I do it for the story, like most women, I guess. I hate to stereotype.
I don't think it's a woman thing. Like I play most of my games for the story. I mean, I'm definitely story driven.
I completely passed on Star Wars Battlefront 1 because they focused solely on multiplayer. When they came out Battlefront 2, I was more interested because they put that story back in, which the older Battlefront games did have.
Yeah. I mean, that was one of the good things about the latest God of War. The latest God of War was such a good story. You know, they did much better at the storytelling than any of the other Gods of War. Like, it was one that actually kept me captivated because of the story and that. So.
That's go ahead.
I was going to say, with your Gears, like being a Gears of War fan, you would know, like me and my friends, some of the most fun we've had is going through the campaign.
Yeah.
We talk about couch co-op a lot.
Yeah.
And even just going us against the bots. Like, I hate when they go, you got to go online. You got to play other people. Let me tell you something. My friend Kitsune, we used to play Gears of War. We played up to Legendary. We were good. But let's be honest. You know how people talk online, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, so we would just put a load of hard as heck bots, and we just run through them and have a great time, and they need to keep that out there.
Well, I think that's I mean, that's something with us anyway too. Is I mean, we're very we're social in our gaming. So the online community is such a it's not very like I want to get a bunch of people over to my house. Us all be on the couch.
Oh yeah, like the early 2000s where everyone had to bring their televisions and their Xboxes.
Like,
and
I mean,
do System Link, and it was a party.
I mean, I'm a PC gamer, but I got a PlayStation 4. You know, Dead or Alive, Street Fighter, stuff like that. And we'll have a bunch of people over, light up the grill, start grilling. Talk smack against each other, cuss each other out, punch each other, and play some games.
I've literally been told, "I can get with the controller."
Like, you're an angry gamer.
No, I don't lose. No, I don't lose. I beat all the little punk asses.
No, okay, all right. I'll take your word for it.
Now, he when it comes to fighting games,
There was a video of Jamal, a brave man, playing me in Tekken. I slapped him with a fish.
You may have seen him, right? He's a volunteer here, but we had him over at the house, and I think we almost made him cry. Like, I had to give him $20 so he didn't feel bad.
Don't talk too much right now. He whooped your tail, but that's not.
He didn't whoop me that much, man.
Well, not on Tekken, but Street Fighter.
Yeah, now Street Fighter did, but that was his game. So.
It's okay.
Mine was always DOA. Like, that was mine.
DOA's been the one we've been playing a lot.
I could kick some ass with Christy. Like, we would have big parties, and I would just like kick all my guy friends' ass.
Oh, Chrissy's fast though. Chrissy's fast. Like, she's fake. Yeah.
I think like, just looking because like I love when I hear people talk crap about DOA, but I'm like, really?
I loved that game, which
But Soul Calibur's coming up soon, so that's gonna be the next one we pick up.
I'm not competitive. I don't have any competition.
Well, we'll probably do some live streams of some of our gaming coming up here soon, and so you can watch Quinn whip us all and me go. All right, Quinn, you got to go with the controller.
So I know you said you're a PC gamer.
Yeah.
So I know that's like gained like super popularity within the past few years. I grew up on Xbox.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
And I grew up on Atari.
Yeah, so that's what everybody grew up. I mean, like, my teenage years were spent playing Xbox.
Yeah, my teenage years was, I think, Super Nintendo, something like that.
My childhood was Super Nintendo, so. But,
I don't remember. The dates are bad. I was born in 81, if anybody, so.
90.
So that makes about sense. Yeah, he's a 70s child.
But, so like, my big complaint.
I didn't say it. I didn't ask you to say it. I'm an old school guy.
I don't mind saying you're old. I enjoy saying you're old, actually. Yeah.
I love joking on my age.
I think my complaint would be like, if you are still, an avid Xbox player, I feel like so much is put into online gaming that, they've kind of just forgotten about couch co-op games, which are so much fun.
We've been preaching that on our show for a while. We're like, where is the split screen? Where is the couch, co-op or couch competitive that I can do in my house? Where's the 007 GoldenEye? Come on.
I know, like the Resident Evil games. The Resident Evil games still do couch co-op, which is, it's fun.
Yeah, they don't do a good job.
Or, the newer ones, like Umbrella Corps, which nobody bought.
Yeah, I didn't.
Operation Raccoon City had no split screen. And that kind of killed that for me and some of my friends.
Yeah.
Like, we would want to play the new Need for Speed games. It's like all online.
I can tell you how bad it got. Like, for a while, Zeno was living out in the boondocks where I wasn't allowed because, you can't be this shade of brown after 9 o'clock out that way. So I had to hang, and me and Kid today were gaming together all the time. What? You know I tried to go to Waffle House in your neighborhood.
I know,
I literally got pulled over the second I got in there.
Dude, I'm not.
Where are you going?
I'm not
going
saying
to Waffle
anything.
House. There's my white guy right there. I'm safe.
I'm across the street.
He's literally waving.
I'm with that black guy. He's mine.
Yes, no, by the way, this is not a joke. It did happen, and it played out. The cop turned around and saw him, and he's like, yeah, I know I brought him. And they were like,
It's
all
okay,
right.
he's with me.
Yeah.
I had a white guy in the car, that wasn't enough. I needed two. I was like, wow, like, they double down. But no, I used to hang out with Kid today. He's a friend of mine, Mark. And we played Army of Two. And Army of Two is not the greatest game, but that's how desperate for co-op we were. And then we played the Resident Evil 6. And again, that's how bad it's gotten to where I'll take a crappy, because here's the thing. I'd rather be playing with my friends. I want it to be me and my people versus the game.
And snacks.
Yeah.
And snack.
No, we mentioned the grill, right? I mean,
No, he is joking. Like last time we had a game night, like there was burgers and the game just shut down because this man can grill. Like he's like the food comes out and the controllers and there's just fighting characters sitting there like, what am I putting? Like they're just bouncing like, all right, you could have turned the time off. Like it's timing out. But I just had to grab the mic because I was just like, that is how bad it is, people. Gamers, game companies, y'all want to make a quick buck? You know, they making all this loot box and junk. Put out co-ops. They don't even have to be that good.
Well, I mean, we've already talked about like the Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein's supposed to come out with a game where the two twin girls are going to be co-opable.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too.
It's like, okay, that's on the list because it's one of the very few local co-op.
Us versus Nazis, or excuse me, us versus whatever regime. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
Borderlands. They were co-op, weren't they?
Oh, okay, yeah, we played that.
Yeah, I
Borderlands.
mean, and that was fun. I feel like that was like one of the very few like series though that you could actually.
And now
play
with the
alongside
Handsome
with.
Jack collection, they added in the split screen.
Oh.
And you can have up to 4 players.
Too bad the new Fallout, like, while it's going to be online, honestly, I'd rather it was the screen. I know it's mechanically a nightmare, but dude, if I could sit there and play Fallout with my friends, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be
Like,
awesome.
sit on the couch and just be like, yo, I know this fool would hit me with the fat man all day, though. I don't trust him. I know he'd be like, hey, man, go in.
What are you talking about, man? I'm gonna find those launch codes and just drop a. Yeah.
I did, by the way, from another Gears versus another. That was the funniest thing. Is kids today used to crack up because he said, "You play Gears of War like a psychopath. There's cover." But I grew up playing Halo.
Who needs cover?
No, so yeah, so he used to talk about how he'll be sitting there trying to shoot, and he'll just hear, and I just run on screen, and he's like, how many, at one point he literally was like, hey man, there's some ammo boxes, why don't you ever pick up ammo boxes? I was like, when's the last time I pulled the trigger? Like, have you not been hearing me just chainsaw you? I got the chainsaw achievement in stage 1. I got like all the number of chainsaws needed. And our friend Bloodaxe, I don't know if he's watching this now, is awesome, and he likes to chainsaw too, so we just had constant chainsaw duels. Until kids today realized he could shoot him in the ass while he was doing it, and we could lose. And all of a sudden Bloodaxe was like, oh, like he would just be offline, like he wasn't available. I was like, what happened? Because kids today don't play that. Kids today is that tactical mofo. Because I'm like, I'm gonna have a chainsaw duel. The kids say like, screw that sniper, bam.
That's me though. Like if I do have an assault rifle or like any assault weapon, sorry, if I do pick up an assault weapon, like I'm just like, let's just go out there. Like I don't need cover, if I die, I die. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I am, a little partial to the sniper rifle for sure. I've got to get that headshot
I like
achievement.
people with sniper rifles because when you miss me, I get to chainsaw you. And it's nothing like the look in Gears of War of when you run up on a sniper, they pull the trigger, they don't headshot you, and you see them going into the sniper rifle enemy. I would literally stop and just look at you with the chainsaw. Wait until you load it and pull it up and then go. Oh wait, that's why he doesn't play with me anymore. Oh, okay. Now I think about it, I might have been being a bit of an asshole.
What? You an asshole?
Oh, look at that innocent face.
When does this ever happen?
As people click the Instagram video and watch me looking at Jamal going, eat that fish.
Yeah.
Now you got slapped with a macaron.
Oh, yeah.
We're friends.
Hey, quick question. Since we were talking about taking, like, out like single player experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Like now we have Black Ops 4, which has absolutely no single player.
Yeah, I know.
He's talking about Black Ops not having a story. Yeah, that to me means I'm not getting it.
Yeah, no. I mean, if a game doesn't have a single player, I'm definitely not picking it up.
And I mean, there are people like me who just don't care about Battle Royale at all.
Yeah.
Well, also, here's the big thing. Don't you charge me $60 for that. Now, I'll buy Call of Duty 4 with no main story if it's $30, because just a multiplayer experience is not a game. It's not a whole game. Even technically, it's not a whhole game. It is literally, they're selling you, because we remember back in the day when we'd have a whole campaign in a game, and then it also had a multiplayer.
Yeah.
Heck, I think GoldenEye had a story, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
One of the most
Yeah,
famous games, yeah. And I want to be sure, because I was remembering going through GoldenEye.
You had to go through. You had to actually get through the story to unlock more of the weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, oh yeah, because you get the odd job. Oh, the odd job hat was so bullcrap. But anyway,
Dual wielding golden guns.
oh, you dirty bastard. That was you. You were that guy.
Yeah.
Golden gun is barred.
Yeah.
At least I have to aim
Watch
at that.
lasers.
Either you either do no golden guns or you do all golden guns. You know.
License to Kill mode.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite Call of Duty story is trying to remember Mishoku. It's just she does a lot of gaming. That's the wife of Kids Today. Got me into Call of Duty Black Ops, and I got the game, and I just could not shoot anybody. Also, I've been playing Halo, so all I did was knife people, but I didn't know about all this weird camping and hiding. So I was just dashing through the map, and I just run up and see this weird dude just sitting in the grass. And I was like, and in one match, I got the medal for stabs, and she's just like, how long were you grinding? I was like, this is my first match. She's like, how many people you stabbed? I was like, all of them. Like,
All of them.
I had no gun kills. I had like 100% stab rating, and I was running so fast, I was getting past the claymores, so they're pissed, because it's like, what was that? And I just went up there, and they're like, use the gun. And I just started dying. I was like, man, screw you.
Did your friends wonder if you had like some serial killer tendencies after that? After you just went and just murked everybody, basically?
Well, the ones that ask questions don't ask anymore.
Okay, all right. Makes sense.
He knows
All right.
better.
So yeah, we got about 10 minutes left. Anybody else?
Anybody else want to
Anybody else want to come
Thank
join
you guys
us?
for having
It's great
me.
to have you,
Appreciate it.
and hopefully.
Shout out to Brooklyn, like plug yourself.
Oh, yeah, if you guys are in Arkansas, Little Rock, come down to Brewski's. It's on 4th and Main. It's awesome. We have all kinds of events. We do trivia, karaoke, we have a DJ. So it's a lot of fun, and I'm always there. So come hang out with me. Oh, and shout out to these guys for being so awesome and
Thank you.
hanging out with me last night. They were a lot of fun. And hopefully you guys fill your little stripper bags up. Lots of
We had him ask that. Yeah, one tried to trick us. She was like, well, what you supposed to do? You're supposed to fill this with ones and give it to me. And I was like, no. But I thought she was slick. She walked up and goes, oh, somebody left their bag. She tried to take it. We were like, that ain't your bag. Who would like to join us? Who has the courage?
Anybody else want to come up?
I mean, I see a guy with the symbol for hope on his chest.
No?
Oh, yeah, don't worry. We're going to get you to do it. You know what? Both of you can come up. There you go. We're just going to stand
we'll
here.
just stand.
We're going to give you both.
We'll let you guys sit.
Oh, you're not coming? Oh, okay. No, you're coming. I'm talking to someone else. I'm looking
I'm
at
just a
him.
random guy. No, I mean,
You coming? Go on up.
I mean, well, you'll see me. You won't see him next week. He won't be with us next week. But hey, come on, here, have a seat. Have a
Some
seat.
of us have a child.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out.
Yeah, go ahead. But yeah, no, I mean, why not have crowd participation? I mean,
I'm gonna pass you the rock.
we make people. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Al. I'm just a random guy from Jonesboro, Arkansas.
All right.
I'm Robert. I live in Clarksville, Arkansas.
And these are local. So here we got local Alabama cons. What did you think of the ABC con?
This one was. This is actually my first time actually going to a convention, and it was actually pretty cool. I actually kind of saw it yesterday because I was here with the guys with Tuskegee Airs and
Mark and Greg are awesome.
Yeah, they were really cool, and I actually bought both issues of their comic because I wanted to support a nice, cool indie comic, and I also went to the Q&A for Carolina, the voice actress for Sombra, and she's hilarious, a lot more funny than I am.
She was cool. I mean, I got a lot, man. She had me laughing.
All right. How'd you enjoy the con, man?
I loved it. This is my second one ever. I think I came to this one a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least it was in the same building. And I had a lot more money to spend, so that was nice. I actually didn't really buy that much, like, actual merchandise. I pretty much spent all my money on, like, prints and arts and crafts.
And so I got I got a huge Godzilla poster.
Yeah.
Guy.
Did you have a favorite guest or?
It's so hard to choose between besides you guys.
Oh, yeah.
It's really hard for me.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to choose between like Carolina and Johnny Bosch because you can't tell I play Overwatch.
Yeah.
But you know, Johnny Bosch, watch him since Power Rangers. So.
I saw a little bit. The panel was him and Jason, and they were talking a little bit about martial arts and stuff. And I also went to the Charles Martinet. I missed like the first half of this thing, and because I was at the Charles Martinet.
Yeah, no, we assumed that was going to happen.
Yeah,
like,
I wanted to miss the first half of this to go to that. I was looking at it. I tried to sneak out, but he was like, bring your butt back in. I was like, but Mario.
Yeah. And I asked a question about Skyrim. Yeah, everyone was asking about Mario. I asked about Skyrim.
Yeah.
But I'm a huge Nintendo fan too, so it was like really cool to see him, and he's a really cool, nice guy.
Awesome. There you go. Well, hey, look, thanks for coming on. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for, hopefully enjoying this randomness. This is not what we normally do on the show. I'm somewhat organized. I say somewhat. So
we all somewhat.
You know we have recurring people in the audience. They're literally shaking their head. I'm looking at him. He just started laughing. And he goes, I'm somewhat organized. That dude just buzzed out. He's like,
So on the live show, what we do is throughout the week we tend to grab what news that catches our eye. We call the segment Perception Check. Because it's not all the news. It's not any. It's just stuff we care about, that we see in the news. So we talk about that. Then the second part, we'll either have a guest on, or we'll have a specific topic that we'll talk about for that.
Talk about my favorite part.
And
Random encounters.
Yeah, the final segment we actually have a segment called Random Encounters. So what we do is we come up with this list of just 20 random topics.
The big D20.
And we roll that big D20 and just talk about whatever random topic comes up.
And
now there is one caveat, and that is if you roll a 1, you have to think of something horrible that you don't want to talk about and talk about that.
I am exclusively the source of everything horrible.
But the problem is with Quinn, it's really hard to find something that's horrible that he won't talk about because he likes talking about horrible things.
That's not exactly true. What it is that before the show, I'll go, I want to talk about this. He'll be like, hell no. And I'll be like, I'm going to roll a 1. Then I roll a 1, and I get ready, and I'm like, wait, damn it, he was actually right. I told you to talk about that. Like, that's terrible. So then I'll mention something else and think it's less terrible, and I'll see the looks of horrors on Against face. I'll be like, wow, I don't want them to know that was the second pick. I have not once actually talked about the first horrible thing I've thought of. We're putting that in the Patreon, though. I've been trying to keep tempting into it. We're going to call it like the Lost Files, and it's going to be the stuff that he'll never let me say and show on the show.
But yeah, our guests range from random Joe that we just happen to pick up,
like right now.
Yeah, to directors for films, usually local. Chris Moore. Triggered recently.
That was awesome.
Fun horror director. If you haven't checked out Triggered, you should check it out. It's I think he has Children, Blessing to the Children or something that's also coming up. But yeah, we get cosplayers on there a lot of times, local usually, because they're usually not willing to drive too far for us. We're not that big yet. But we also got Skype set up now, so hopefully we'll be getting some bigger ones coming through our Skype.
That's about enough. You're boring me.
Okay, I'm boring. Yeah,
I'm over here like.
I talk the business side and try to get people to subscribe and stuff, and he talks the horrible and more comedic side, probably more energetic than me.
I'm gonna quote Team 4 Stars Vegeta. This bitch, I'm hilarious.
Yeah. It's why I keep him around. He's sort of my counterbalance. And he also makes me look like I'm not a racist, because apparently I look like a racist.
That's another story. They're going to have to get that. The wonderful story of him getting pulled over to be asked racist things. People like, I don't want to start it. We're going to save it, but it's amazing. But he's literally had people be like, hey, are there black people in there? You look like the guy to ask. Are they okay?
Yeah, just like,
Little old ladies pull him over to get advice on how to avoid black people. And it's hilarious because I'm like, we need to get a picture on the card so you can go.
I'm just grown to go. Okay, Q, you got to travel with me wherever I go. You're my, you're my I'm not racist card. And I'm your white card. I get him out of jail.
It's amazing because he should be in jail more than me. Like when a biker has to get you out of trouble, that's when you know you are in an interesting part of the South.
Yeah.
When they're like, let me check with this biker. Part of that story we didn't tell about the Waffle House is that the cop leans over to my friend in the other seat. It's a friend of ours. And he's like, not like, he looks legitimate. He looks like
he looks like a respectable human being.
Yeah. And he's like super white, like he's like Polish white. He's amazing. I keep him around because I'm like, he's got the full legitimacy. But the cop actually leans over. And remember, we just got pulled over because it was late. And then I got pulled over for following him.
Yeah.
They said out, and he said, you were following that car. What are you up to? And I'm like,
follow that
to the Waffle House. Yes, I got pulled over for following. And he leans over. He goes, "Are you okay?" And my friend goes, "Yeah, we're going to Waffle House." Because he's in the passenger seat. He's not in the trunk. He's like, it's like he bought the trunk. It's all out there. Like, help me.
Can you imagine if he was like, help? Like, if he actually.
If it was
that cop would have had to die.
If it was me, that may have happened.
I would have been like, well, Greg, I got pulled in the car, put him in the trunk, and go, this is your fault. I gotta move out. This is another state I gotta abandon. Stop this. You and your jokes.
I'm safe.
Don't worry, you two are totally safe. We don't have you hemmed in.
It was also just fun to drive here, passing all the cotton fields and looking at his face.
The group took us through the cotton picking route. I mean, it was nothing. You weren't going to highway. I was watching cotton fields pass, and I was going like, I started swing low, sweet chariot. It was abandoned. Remember the lonely church that was creepy as heck? We found the church out in the field.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah. No, we also we were in the middle of this one area. We stopped at this random gas truck stop, and there's nothing but fields all around this truck stop. And we walk in, and the looks people were giving him. And,
how the hell you get lost out here? I was like, I don't know.
But the weird thing is, there's a very country looking folk, and they got their coveralls, their blue jeans, their flannels, stuff like that. And there's this odd mixture of merchandise with these fucking skull mask and stuff, and so all these scenarios are running through my head. I see these really redneck stuff that looks like it was going to be in a horror movie, and they're looking at these masks, these skull masks going around your face. And I'm just like, I was like, why don't I have my camera on me?
I mean,
I'm about to start shooting at
He could show these guys who they're like, and you just see a panel of skulls.
Yeah.
And it's just like
y'all from the city?
They didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I just kind of
most of them would do that meander, and just sort of.
That sling blade look?
Yeah.
I'm looking back and I'm like, I'll eat all y'all. Well, I'm feeling
this fool at this gas station ends up buying tamales. I don't know why you're buying tamales at the gas station.
That's the best thing to buy, I guess.
Okay, we always do local cuisine. When I lived in Arkansas, it told me that double fried chicken, barbecue sandwiches, and tamales are what they're known for. So I walk up and he goes, hey, there goes some tamales, so I buy them. And I mean, they were actually pretty good. And then for the rest of the weekend, I was like, truck stop tamales, man. I feel like I don't want to lose weight. I think I lost some because those tamales.
I said they were going to be good. I didn't think they were good for you.
Yeah.
They don't just let you know they were there. They just tell you real, man. Those tamales weren't joking.
The problem is apparently they stay for a while. They
want to make sure.
They hang out and they're just having a little drum beat in there.
Little rock concert.
Well, sure, where should we win? You're local. Where should we go for tamales?
Well, I'm not from Little Rock. I'm from Jonesboro. And so,
Yeah.
to go somewhere that's actually run by a actual.
Don't go to a gas station.
Yeah. Don't go to the gas station.
Because I'm not from Little Rock. I'm from Jonesboro. I know where I am. Look, man, I'm in Arkansas. I have no idea.
Jonesboro. Is there a Black Arrow tattoo or something in Jonesboro?
Oh yeah, there's a tattoo place up there.
Yeah, it's Black Arrow or something.
Yeah, I don't have any tattoos. I'm just.
Oh no, I have a buddy who used to work up there, and I think that's where he used to tat at.
I see hand raised.
You wanted to know where a good place for tamales is?
Yes, where is the
There's
place?
a place here in Conway called La Huerta, and it's really
really good.
La Puerta?
Crap, she said that right.
Yeah,
It was basically like La Puerta, and I'm like, wow, like, she said it perfectly. All right, La Puerta, maybe on the way out, we'll get some La Puerta.
Puerta.
Puerta. All right, I'm gonna text it. La Puerta. La Puerta.
Yeah, you're from Texas, you should be able to do that, man.
That is a stereotype. I don't appreciate it. You're from a little old state. We're big old Texas now, you know.
I mean, it's just like I can't do French, even though I'm from Southern Louisiana.
All right, man, do the closer. These people, come here and file them out here.
Yeah.
We'll see security.
All right, guys, look, thanks for coming by. Everybody that's on the live stream, thanks for watching. If you're listening to the podcast, thanks for listening. Oh, yeah.
Do the closer right
here.
Tacos.
Be sure to check us out on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram, all the social medias. You can find us at like /Dicejunkies. Except for Twitter, you gotta go to Dicejunkies LLC. But thanks for checking us out, and hope you come back. Like I said, normally we're hanging out in the Twitch chat room when we do this, so you can be interactive with us every Sunday at 3:30 on Twitch, and shoot us some chat messages, and we'll chat with you while we're doing the live show. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy.